Coco! Save the day. I almost forgot to record. So tonight, what we want to do is we are going to open this up a little bit towards the end, the second half, for any questions that you guys may have. So I hope you brought some to the table. If there's anything that's tripping you up, whether it's in the nutrition end, whether it's with body, whether it's with what supplements you should be taking, all those things. So if you have questions, hold on to them tight for a second, and we'll come back to those. But what I first wanted to talk about was a little bit of mindset, okay? I read a quote yesterday, and man, it's just been swirling in my brain. I loved it so much. The quote said, when you squeeze a lemon, you get lemon juice. When you squeeze an orange, you get orange juice. Well, when you squeeze a person, you get what's inside. And this program, Healthy Obsession, I'm in the podcast, so I've already done 1 week worth of it. We start week 2 come Monday when you guys all start day 1. And this program is going to be a thing that squeezes what's inside of you, right? You're going to get to see what you're made of with this kind of challenge. And I don't know about you, but that excites me. Like that, I love to take on challenges like that because they give me an opportunity to kind of level up. They give me an opportunity to go into something that otherwise, if you know, like if this wouldn't exist, I probably wouldn't challenge myself in this arena. And so I lean into that. And I also, by the way, I want to kind of, and I did this one day live when I was like a sweaty mess on the garage floor, like mascara down to here. I went live and I shared it with you guys. But in case you missed it and you didn't see that live, I do want to quickly tell you that my journey 12 years ago, because Jackson's already 12 years ago after my second child is when I picked up my very first home Beachbody program. It's the first one I invested in back when I was literally pinching pennies. I put it on credit card, and it was like one of those things where I'm going to do this. I'm going to invest in this, but I was dead set on making it worth it, right? Like, oh my gosh, if I'm going to do this, I got to make something out of it. And back then, what had just come out was something called Insanity the Asylum with a guy named Shaun T. Raise your hand if you know who I'm talking about, right? And you got this postpartum mom who picked up Insanity the Asylum, a sports training program, and that is what she committed to for day 1. Day 1, post C-section, literally an infant in the bouncer. And I remember pushing play in my living room. I used to move the coffee table and forget 5 minutes. I think 30 seconds in, I'm like, holy moly, I'm in over my head. It was like, I remember sometimes just staring at the TV like, he's nuts. That's impossible. That is impossible to do. But I had a choice in that moment. I remember, I'll never forget day 1, sitting just in front of my TV, thinking to myself, all right, I just invested all this money, right? Back then, like, it hurt to invest that money. I'm like, I got a choice here to make. Either I just keep going, do what I could do, stick it out, or throw in the towel and decide it's just not for me. I'll never forget the first Insanity the Asylum workout. Those were about 45 minutes long that I got through the whole thing without stopping. And I did every move right there alongside Shaun T. It actually, that day came before I finished the program. So I had progressed from 30 seconds in, dying, to completing an entire 45-minute workout alongside Shaun T. And that day I cried also. I cried because I was so damn proud of myself. I had come so far. That would not have happened if I didn't squeeze what was inside of me. That would not have happened if I had gotten to that day 1 when it really, truly, I mean, probably was in over my head, but I did it anyway. And even the days that I had to push pause, the days where I just looked at Shaun T after he did the millionth push-up, and I'm like, dude, you're nuts. I can't, that's not possible. Even though there were those moments, I still pushed on. And I finished, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Asylum is like a 6 or 8 week program. I was determined to cross that finish line. And it was my first set of results. I'll never forget it. I mean, it was just the thing that blew my own mind and then started to inspire others around me. And here I am today, right? 12 years later, here I am today. But I wanted to share that with you guys because some of you guys are so prepared for this. Some of you guys might feel like Monica on day 1 of Insanity Asylum. And I urge you, put in the mindset of, I want to see this through. I'm going to do my best every single day, what I can do, and I'm going to be curious to see how I can progress if I don't give up. All right? They are hour-long workouts, and so far the filming for the first week have been an hour long. She's stuck to that. But if you've done 80 Day Obsession or any autumn program, I'm here to tell you that Homegirl is just crazy creative when it comes to fitness. She puts together moves that just excite me. I'm like, this is fun. Like, this is really fun. And so when you lean into, this is going to be a challenge, but this is fun. I get to do new things, like new moves that you haven't seen in any program before. That should excite you also, right? Now I want to share another story with you guys real quick. So raise your hand if you're a parent here, and keep it raised if you also have a teenager. So I have a 16-year-old, right? And we've been in that time period where grades kind of start to suffer because there's outside distractions and things, right? And he got a bad grade for a progress report, and we were down to the wire, like, you're gonna get in real trouble if you don't pick up this grade by the time the report card comes around. So he started getting more dedicated to his school and studying. And there was this one day, this really hard test, this really hard class. I mean, I do give the kid credit. He's taking all this honor load. And he brings me the study guide to this one test, and he's like, Mom, this one I'm just like, I can't get, like, I need help studying for. We spent all weekend studying for it. It was a lot. And goes to take that test, didn't even get 100 on the test. He got 110 because he got all the bonus questions right. Like, he did all the things. And we have been tripping up with some things with him. He's been having to learn a couple hard lessons lately. And I sat him down and I said, Jason, we were driving somewhere, and I'm like, I want you to do me a favor. Humor me for a second. Close your eyes. I want you to, and this is what I led my 16-year-old through. You woke up that day, prepared for that test. You walked into that test. You felt ready. You took the test. You found out your score. You walked out of there. Then you see your girlfriend in the hallway. You hug her. You tell her the great news. Then you're thinking to yourself in your head, can't wait to tell mom and dad that I just crushed this. Then you got out of school and you went to football practice. And you were high vibing, right? Like, you were present for football practice. You did all the things at football. You came home, came rushing through the door to tell me and show me that you got 110 on the test. Now, what was happening before? Not putting in that work, not challenging yourself, even though it was a really hard freaking test. You weren't putting in the work. Now close your eyes again. How do you show up to that test? Defeated. When you left there and you found your girlfriend in the hallway, what'd you do? You probably gave her a face like, no, man, I'm in a bad mood. Like, I just got a bad grade on my test. Showed up to football practices, probably giving your coaches an attitude. Not there for it, not present. And then you got home and you got your ass reamed, right? And I just set him up for, look what it looked like, because you took on the challenge. You gave it all you had. You came out winning. Because the thing is that the way that you show up to one thing in life is the way you show up to everything. The way his relationship with his girlfriend will go, the way his relationship with his coach will go, the way he will come through that door at night to greet his parents, all of that will go differently because he put in the work on something that challenged him. This that you're about to embark on together, all of us together, is more than a workout. It's more than a nutrition plan. It is more than what it's going to do to this. And it's going to change this. And it's going to work on this. And it's going to make you feel all the feels. But the days that it's hard is when you lean in and remember that it's the way you do this is the way you're going to show up to everything in life. And that's something I'm passing on now to my 16-year-old, right? So think of that. And then I also think about, it's no mistake our team does this at this time of the year. We just got through another amazing challenge called Battle of Soulmates. Whoop, whoop, if you're a part of Battle of Soulmates, raise your hands. It was so much fun. We wanted to keep on the fun. But this one is a little bit different because the way that we put in the health bet, and I really hope, this is now my advertising for the health bet, because I think most people don't realize the value that comes out of it. But this is the time of the year where whether you're a parent or not, right? You are preparing for the holidays for your family, right? You are getting out of work and you got holiday traffic hitting you. At least us Miamians, like it gets even crazier around the holidays. It's the stress, it's the financial stress, the work stress, the extra hours, the making up for the time that we're going to be out of the office because it's the holidays. And so all the things start to kind of pile on right now. And this is the time of the year where most people stress eat. They will not put in the workout to work on their body. We know this is connected. When you move your body, you all of a sudden change the way you think and feel and the way you show up, right? But this is the time of year where people be like, F that, I'm stressed out, and they're going to go grab probably the Halloween candy and eat the Halloween candy, like all the things. And I want you to look at this as being the one thing that what's supposed to be the most joyful time of the year sometimes isn't. But this is going to be the thing that's going to be for you. This is going to be the thing that's going to get you excited to wake up in the morning. And for the health bet, my sister and I and Amy Albarello, I got to give a shout out to the girls helping behind the scenes. Dixie Andrade, Amy Albarello, me and my sister had kind of got together and we're like, how can we make this health bet really exciting and fun? And we came up with these challenges, and there'll be 2 pop-up challenges happening every week. You won't know what day of the week it's going to happen. But here's what you can expect is when you log into our Healthy Obsession group, big on the top of the banner, it's going to be like pop up, pop up, pop up. That's how you're going to know it's a pop-up day. That's how you're going to know you have 24 hours to complete the pop-up. The pop-up will be fun challenges everyone can complete, everyone can do. But you see how it's going to keep you on your toes? It's going to be the one thing you're going to wake up excited to go check out, right? There's also going to be a daily post that goes up for your sweaty selfie. Despite whether there's a pop-up or not, drop your sweaty selfie there. Drop your Shakeology when we ask you for your daily Shakeology. Like, these are the things that are going to just keep you going, keep you focused, and it's going to be the one thing for you, right? And trust me on this. I've seen it. I've lived this 12 years, wash, rinse, and repeat. Living this lifestyle, what Beachbody represents. And here's what I believe, Team Body, will soon be Team Body, but for now we're still Team Beachbody. But to me, what it represents, and I think we get confused so many times for personal trainers or going to compare us to the local gym. This is so different. This is something that puts the average person, right? Mom of 3, busy. Back then I was a full-time working paralegal when I started my health and fitness journey with Beachbody. And it put me back in control. There was no class time that stopped me from getting my workout in. It didn't matter if my boss held me back late. It didn't matter if I woke up late, my kid was sick at home. I could still figure out in the crevices of my life how to still plug in at least a 30-minute workout. Whether it was from the park, whether it was from my living room, whether it was from my hotel room, whether it was from the cabin in the woods, it put me in control. Shakeology was like that fasting for like the one that's running out of the house in the morning and hates breakfast. That gave me back that control. Then I started learning great recipes through Fixate. Like the other day, I made homemade barbecue sauce and ribs that my kids were like, Mom, Jackson had friends over. He's like, Mom, these are so awesome. And I'm there like, I did that. Like, usually I hate the kitchen. It put me back in control. That to me is what this represents. It's giving back. And I work with women. I love to work with women. It's my jam, especially, women who feel lost and just like hopeless and think that there's just something's got to give in their life and they don't know where to turn. This is the thing, because it could fit into everyone's life. And you get to dictate where, and you're in full control. And so what we represent is basically the toolbox, but then also the community, the orbit, the ecosystem to belong to that's going to pick you up when you're down, right? That's going to be the place you can show up to, and you're going to find somebody there. Now, I will also say this. That only works out if you show up. That only works out if you lean in, right? And we have a saying on our team, like, get in the middle of the bend. Cuddle with everybody. Like that, you're only going to feel that going all in. And the health bet is going to promote that, right? It's going to be that, because we're going to have so much fun together with these challenges, and you're going to get to see things and experience things and meet people that it's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. So if you're not yet signed up for the health bet, that is my last push. I will be off the grid for the next 72 hours. I'm actually attending Tony Robbins' Unleash the Power Within. Stop it, Jen Suckle. I'm just so excited. This event is the only event Tony Robbins is doing live in person. he's getting old. He's getting up there. And it's been sold out for months. And I had a friend reach out to me and be like, I got an extra ticket if you want to go. And I'm like, yes. So on a whim, I am leaving for 72 hours and heading to West Palm Beach to attend this event. So I say that because while you'll have my sister Veronica, you'll have Dixie, you'll have Amy, you'll have Jackie to be able to help get you registered. The sooner we get registration in, the sooner that we start to build up the pot of money, right? That makes it extra exciting. Is the sooner that we'll be ready to go, in place, set. And I think what's holding a lot of people back is that you need your before photos uploaded into the application. Guys, it's as simple as like get your phone, prop it up, timer. I'm like, geez, that's how I take all my pictures. But get it done fast, get it in, and add that added, like put that added accountability on your plate, right? And look at it as a fun way to get through this, a fun way to learn something new, challenge yourself, and squeeze what's inside of you. Okay. Last thing, and then we're going to pass it on to you guys, whoever has questions tonight that we can help answer. I also want to incorporate one more thing into this group. Now, on a personal level, I've been going through stuff lately. I've just been really digging in to my personal life, my personal self, like just wanting to really elevate my life in a big way. And that came with just kind of having some tough conversations with myself, seeing where areas of growth that I wanted to see in my life. And I made some really hard personal decisions, but some that right now I'm still working on. I'm still like little engine that could, but I feel really great about them. And I knew that I was making these changes and doing these things, approaching healthy obsession with you guys. Some of these things may be something you want to do in your life. Some may not. I mean, you may be right now be like, we're so proud of you, Monica, but that's not for me. But what I do want to incorporate into this group is something called the High Vibe Habit Stacker, okay? And it's going to look like this. And this is not the official one. I'm going to be making one just for healthy obsession, but it's this really giant, awesome wheel. And it has 6 slots of habits that you can choose to adopt in the next 30 days. And here you have 30 days around the wheel. So I started mine, and every day that I complete and I stick to the habit that I want to make in the next 30 days, I get to check mark, go all around, fill this out, and at the bottom, then you also evaluate yourself, right? This seems so simple. I am not an organized person. I am not, that's like Veronica. Excel sheet, numbers, I love all that stuff. I'm not that person. Like, I'm like, fly the seat of my pants. There's papers and Post-its everywhere. But this simple, coming in and putting a check mark next to the things that I really want to work on in my life has been changing things for me in a big way. So I want to share with you what I have on mine. Again, you can adopt some of these. Some of them I'm going to give you as cemented in for all of us. But other ones, I want you to kind of look at your life. Do that self-reflection and say, in the next 30 days, maybe do that exercise I did with Jason. Close your eyes and be like, what do I want it to look like at the end of this, right? And if I want it to look like at the end of this, how do I reverse engineer what that needs to look like for myself? So I'll read you guys mine. Top of the list, I have now been officially sober for 17 days, right? And just no alcohol because I'm choosing it. Not because it's bad, it's because I'm choosing it, and I have realized I really want mental clarity. I need mental clarity right now in my life. And so in order to have that, however you slice it, alcohol is a depressant. However you slice it, there is an effect after it. However you slice it, it is foreign to our body. And I am choosing to remove it, right? Not because of this test group, not because Autumn made me do it for healthy obsession. Monica wants it, right? And it's also not to say I'm going to have another cocktail in my life again. I will, just not right now and not in these 30 days because I've made that commitment. The next on my list is getting outside for 20 minutes at minimum a day. Lately, that's looked like walking my dog. And she's loving it. Like every day she's like, are we going? Like I can see it in her face. Like, are we going again? Are we going again? Because I usually don't walk my dog. She's just like, she's so easygoing. But we've been doing these walks and it's just been crazy amazing to get outside, just be with nature. And I think that we get in the hustle and bustle of life and we forget to do that. So it's 20 minutes outside for me. Then something called the Book of Proof. Now, I know all of you guys don't have the Book of Proof and you won't be able to get it in your hands in time, but what I do want to do is give you the prompts. It's the same prompts every single day, and I fill it out every single day, I'm going to create these prompts and I'll be dropping them into the group as well. And it'll be up to you to be able to go on your own. You don't have to share it publicly. Like this is the deep internal work. It can be something you want to share if you want to share it with everybody. But if it's private to you, that's completely fine. But it'll be prompts that you'll be able to answer, and I'll tell you what they are. You'll give 5 reasons, proof that life is happening for you. This goes to the gratitude, right? I put a post today about gratitude, and it's just scientifically proven that when gratitude is present, fear by default is eliminated, it's lessened. Because when you're looking at the good, you automatically are rewiring your brain to stop thinking about the danger, the bad, right? The fear, the anxiety. It's the way we are wired, that one extinguishes the other. So getting your brain to rewire and to think about and to focus on, and then we also talk about a lot on our team how when you do that, by default also your brain starts to find evidence of what you are realizing is happening for you, right? What is happening for you? The second one is the 3 most important things that I'm going to do today. And then lastly, you're going to ask yourself 2 questions. What am I proud of myself for today? And what am I excited about today? That's it. Simple. But it's the self-evaluation in my book of proof that is just changing things around what's happening up here, right? And so I want to share that with you guys. So book of proof is also on my list. The next is healthy nighttime TV. I was realizing when the shows that I was picking to watch were showing up in my nightmares, I'm like, it's time to clean it up, right? Sometimes, you hear people that just put on the news and fall asleep to the news and like, no wonder you wake up like frazzled and stressed. So just being really smart with my nighttime TV. And lately it's been, oh my gosh, I can give you guys a list of all the amazing like documentaries I found. I found like these shows on like how to invest your money, like getting money smart, and other things about just things that are gonna work for me, and get my brain working, focusing on things that are important. And I want to share that with you guys if you guys want that as well. And then the last 2 are 100 ounces of water a day. I have been failing miserably at this one, just gonna be honest, but it's on there. And then the last one is healthy obsession, staying very committed to healthy obsession, the workouts, and my nutrition for healthy obsession. So these are my 6. But I want to offer this to you guys because I want you to be able to get this and and commit to these 30 days, that while we were challenging ourselves in our home gym, this extends way beyond that, right? And like I said today in the gratitude post, like you're like finding gratitude for getting the parking spot in the front of the grocery store, right? When everything else is packed. Find gratitude in that, but it matters. It matters, and it's going to show up in the rest of your life. And it's going to get you to think of all the positive things happening and how life is happening for yourself. So it does matter in the work that you're doing, right? You're going to show up differently to your workouts, to your meals, to your, all the things, to your challenges and all that, in a place of abundance. So that's the last thing that I wanted to share with you guys that I was excited to bring to the table. And all in all, like, I just want this experience to be one where you walk away and you realize, like, you can do anything you set your mind to. And the biggest thing I also believe is that you don't have to do it alone, right? So oftentimes when we're struggling or going through hard times, and I've been reading through everyone's introduction, when I asked you, why are you here? What do you need from this group? Like, I have been reading them all and taking them in. And while I know it's everyone's pain point, to be honest, oftentimes I read it with a smile on my face. Why? Because I know you're in the right place. And I know that you can turn that around. And we have the tools, and we have the atmosphere, and we have the things, and we have each other to do that. So, without further ado, is there any questions that you guys have that we can help you work through as we approach day 1? Also, if there's any questions on anything that I shared, please feel free to unmute yourself. Super laid back atmosphere here. Let's chit chat. Or if you just want to comment something, anything. Get to know each other.
What's up? So I decided to do the healthy obsession. I was scared of the workouts, but with the modifier, I'm convinced I'm good. But the sliders, even if I ordered them right now, I doubt I'll get them by Monday. Is there a good alternative, or is it just stepping it out for the?
It's not gonna be as good, but I've seen people do it with paper plates.
I was just gonna say paper plates.
Yeah, paper plates. And what happens is also depends on what kind of floor you're using. Do you have carpet in your
No.
carpet? Okay, depends on what floor you use. So for me, like the floors that I have in my home gym, the sliders don't move on them. So I bought a giant carpet, like at Walmart, throw it on there, and the sliders move very easily. So if you see the paper plates not moving on your floors,
That's why.
if you grab like an area rug and try it there, that often works too.
Okay.
You can also, by the way, I mean that's paper plates, but also Amazon Prime, you can prime like the slider. I'll say this, guys, the sliders you don't have to get the beach body ones. Almost any slider will work. Where I highly recommend you don't try to go to Amazon for the bands or try to pick whatever bands. Here's why. Because as we're going through the program, Autumn will be like, grab your yellow band, grab your green band. And if you don't have the yellow that is the strength of the yellow band for this program, you're going to be lost. You're going to be like, but I don't, like, how much weight is that? Like, how thick is that? And you can't ask her that. So the bands for this program, I highly recommend you use the bands for this program. The sliders, you can use anything.
That was me, Monica. I was cheap the first time I did 80-day obsession, and I bought my own things, and I used the little tiny plates, the little saucers. Yep, that was me. About 2
Was
weeks,
it fun?
later, I was like, I've got to order them.
I know. I was gonna say, every time you cut corners, like, there's a Spanish saying, "Lo barato siempre sale caro." Like the cheap shit always ends up becoming expensive. That's me. I like to get the things of the things of the things. Like I want the things, but I'm just saying, if you need like, as you wait for the real things to come, paper plates work, or Amazon Prime, like some sliders. Any other questions? I realize like there's a lot of you guys on here, but you don't have your camera on. That I just realized like it's not showing up on my screen. Is that for everybody? Oh, show non-video Oh, there's everybody! I mean, you don't have your camera on, that's okay. But hi everybody. Now I see everybody. I'm like, so many of you guys said you were logging in. Where did you go? I thought I was talking to like 8 people. Hi.
Andrea has a good question. Is there music during the program? Because when I did Lift More, that was a struggle.
This is the funnest thing. So this is the beauty of Body, guys. The music is a playlist that Autumn picked, but it's amazing, badass music. It is licensed music. It is not like the fake crap. And it's not like Lift More, like quiet. By the way, if you ever work on a program that's quiet, I just blast my own music. That's just me. But outside of that, yes, this program is going to have kick-ass music. And you'll see, Booty Day is like all booty music. It's fun. That's what makes it extra fun. That's a big, big perk of Body.
Someone just kind of commented about the No Snooze crew. Every time I've logged on, I've only seen like 1 or 2 people on there, and sometimes nobody. Is that just people not being logged on, or am I doing something wrong?
So the No Snooze crew, actually, Dixie, are you there? Dix. Or I don't know if Amy's on. All right, if not, she's busy. Okay, I'll explain it then. So
I'm here. I'm at the salon. My daughter's getting her hair done, so I'm like.
Do you have a minute to talk about No Snooze crew and when the best hours and whatnot?
Yes. So the No Snooze crew, busiest times, best times is 5 o'clock a.m. Eastern to about 8:30 Eastern. That's like the busiest pocket. I mean, it's always on. You can like do like a cry for help, like not a cry for help, but like, hey, I'm going to hop on. Somebody wants to hop on with me, like on the No Snooze Crew Facebook page or on the Healthy Obsession page too, whatever. Or call a friend that's doing it with you and you guys can log on together. But the busiest time would be 5 a.m. to about 8:30 Eastern time.
Yeah.
Because since I'm Central time, I tend to log on at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, which is 10 o'clock already Eastern. And it's like a dead zone.
Yeah. And I feel like this is also the moment here where we all can say to each other, well, if we want No Snooze crew to be booming, it's up to all of us, right? To commit to show up. Doesn't mean you have to show up at the same time, but to say that when I'm getting my workout in, let me do that extra step of getting my laptop or getting my phone and plugging into No Snooze crew, because who knows who else is on there that needs it too, and the community and whatnot. I often go to the No Snooze Cruise page because I am one that works out a little bit later than the 5 to 8 a.m. and I'll just say, hey, logging in, and whoever can join me joins me. But I also will say this: if you're someone who doesn't work out in the morning at all, or you're thinking like I can't get up early, I remember feeling that way in the beginning of my journey, and there's just something really special about creating a morning routine that includes getting the workout done first thing in the morning, whenever you can, because it just sets the rest of the day up differently for you. You just you just show up differently. You know, you got that workout out, that monkey off your back all day long, and we've just seen so much success in that. So that's why you see that the No Snooze Crew is pumping in the morning, for the most part, because that's when all of us really have realized and discovered that creating that morning routine is crucial. Great question.
I was just gonna comment on that. Lately, I've been getting up early because I'm Central Time, so I've been getting up and doing Lift More with my husband at 5 in the morning, and then coming in and doing my second workout because I wanted to get used to having that longer workout window again. But just if you get on and nobody's on there, leave your camera on, because I work out a lot for my second workout. It's just me and I'm just staring at myself, but just in case somebody else logs on, I leave it on there instead of just like, well, nobody's here and clicking out of it. So just
I do the same. And I don't know, there's just something about when the camera's on you, even if nobody else is there. It's like, my form is better. I'm like paying attention. I'm not stopping. You know, it's just, you just show up different when you're on camera. So yeah, I'm with you on that, Danielle. Definitely. Who was it? Carolina, by the way, your welcome email since you just signed up today. Guys, welcome Carolina as a brand new coach to our team. Your welcome email is on its way. So sit tight on that. It's going to have the link to the No Snooze Crew, and a lot of the stuff is going to make more sense with that welcome email. Somebody, I forgot, I didn't see who, but someone said, oh my God, that's 2 a.m. for my time. I want to also urge you, I know that there are people in Pacific time who jump on No Snooze Crew on, I think it's like 8 a.m. their time. I just know around the noon-ish for Eastern, there's a crowd that happens on No Snooze Crew also. Those are the ones that are all the way, 4 hours difference from us, that's usually happening. So the biggest key is jump on your time. Like Danielle said, no matter what, set that routine and it'll start to build up. I feel like it's the thing that if all of us commit to, that's how it starts banging again and happening again. Let's see. Anybody else? And please unmute yourselves, guys. I promise, super casual, laid back setting. Someone asked if anybody's doing 2B Mindset for nutrition. 2B Mindset's pretty simple, mainstream, easy. I personally, I know it, like I know the program. I just have never followed it because I followed it at first and I'm so much of a volume eating that it didn't work out for me. For me, I like the containers because I like the structured and like this is how much and this is, so that one works for me. But if you're doing 2B Mindset, I mean, absolutely, like buddy up, share those meals also as you go in because you'll likely find somebody else as well that may benefit from that. Now, on the nutrition question, has everyone here already picked their plan and their path that they are using for nutrition? This is important. If your plan is to go into this and not focus on nutrition and just think that you're going to kill yourself for an hour, it's not going to be fun. Like, it's not going to be fun because the way you feel your body is how you're going to show up to the workouts. It's just, I'm experiencing it already. So make sure we all know exactly what plan we're going, and don't be afraid to speak up if you need help.
I was just going to mention that. Definitely nutrition plan, and don't be afraid to eat a little bit more. Go up, because remember, we're doing it for an hour, and your body, if you are trying to cut corners, like if you're used to eating like the no carb or the no this because you think you're going to get fat because you had, like your body's going to need it, and you're going to feel it when you start, not when you start, but when you cut corners in that way, you're going to feel that weakness. So don't do that to yourselves.
Yeah.
Bend up a little bit in the bracket.
Autumn always says, like, if you are following the food lists, right? The foods that are approved through the container program, if you pick up an extra serving of grilled chicken, if you pick up an extra serving of quinoa, if you pick up an extra serving of broccoli, that is not gonna do you bad. It's when you pick up the Reese's Pieces. It's when you pick up the chips. It's when you pick like the stuff that's not, you know what I mean? So if you're hungry, listen to your body. Like Dixie's saying, like, yes, listen, but be smart about it. Use the approved food list so that you make sure you still stay on track. You're listening to your body. You're taking in more calories. You're killing that. Like, if you're hungry, it's for a reason, right? Suffice that hunger, but be smart about it and making sure that you're sticking to the food plan, the food list.
Is there anywhere to share like your meal plan for the week with each other?
So what's gonna happen is every day. So I have set up right now where every day you're gonna see 2 posts go up every day that says drop your sweaty selfie. The second one's gonna be like drop your nutrition, right? Your nutrition for the day. So that's where we can all post our meals all day long. If you're in Battle of Soulmates, you experienced this already. You can drop, if you want to drop, if it's a Monday and say share your nutrition, you can drop your meal plan for the whole week, right? If you want to share it with everybody or your whole day, whatever you want. The more I think that way. The more I share, it helps me keep accountable, and also when people share, I get ideas. So I am like that person that likes to put it all out there because it helps keep me accountable and keep me in check. But just so we're clear, because I know it's a little bit different than other health bets that we're doing, your daily workout posts and your daily nutrition is not like, that's not gonna determine whether you win the health bet or not. The only thing that's counting towards the health bet are going to be those pop-up challenges, just FYI. But yeah, those posts will go up, Marty, and that way that's kind of like the No Snooze Crew. The more we all do it, the more we all benefit. Is the calendar and BOD or just the Facebook page? I just saw the calendar be dropped by corporate yesterday. Carl dropped it, and I know a lot of you guys saw it also. So somebody put it into the group for us. That's where I know it's at. It's a simple calendar. So body blocks, this is going to be an example. This is the first ever super body block that's being dropped. These are going to be, it's not going to be like these programs with all this, these assets like we're used to seeing. They're mini 30 days in and out remakes of programs. So the first one is 80 Obsession. We're going to see other ones, in the near future. And the assets for it are going to be limited. So it's just one paper showing you what everyday workout is. You can check it off as you go, and that's it. But yeah, that's already been posted.
Hey, Monica, I have a question.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi. I clicked on the link for the health bet in the Facebook group, but it doesn't work. Like, I was trying to click it and it's not working.
Oh, okay.
You know, like when you log in at the top, there's like the banners and it shows you, and you can click on the one banner and then it like has the link there and it's blue and it's hyperlinked. Maybe it's a user error, but I didn't know if anybody else had that issue.
I clicked the one in our Blue Ridge group. If you go back to that, and I dropped it in this chat. If you click on that, that'll take you there.
I'll double check.
Because I did it right before. Yeah, I did it right before the call. The only reason I didn't finish submitting it, I sent the money, but I didn't have pictures, and I didn't feel like taking them tonight.
It loaded for me. The one that you're talking about that's pinned to the top of the program, to the top of the group.
Yeah. Unless it's my phone. Maybe it's my phone.
Maybe clear the cookies. Sometimes when the cookies like have stacked up, that'll happen. I've learned.
All right, I'll do that now. All right, thank you.
No problem. Peppermint mocha. Well, before peppermint mocha drops, by the way, we are getting caramel brownie in the next, what day is today? 8 days, a week away from the new, oh, Sylvia, thank you for that. Sylvia just dropped the form, by the way, Lisi, in the comments. We're getting the brownie one in the next 8 days, so that's really exciting. Now, peppermint mocha, coaches, help me out here. Is that coming back in the winter? Did they announce that? I forgot.
I haven't seen anything. I'm highly disappointed.
I almost feel like they're not bringing that one back this year.
They're not bringing that one back.
Okay. Yeah. So we're trying new seasonal flavors this year.
So can we do like peppermint extra? Because that's what I was doing for my mint thin
Girl,
shake.
if you go under Nutrition Center, before peppermint mocha was ever a flavor, people had already created peppermint mocha with chocolate Shakeology and adding peppermint extract. So
Okay,
go
that's
check
so
it out.
good.
I almost feel like it's Jericho that was obsessed with it before it even was a thing. So there's so many videos under the Shakeology tab of different recipes that you can make. Guys, these are such good questions.
How many chances are there to win money? First, second, third place?
So no, HealthBet works this way. So we build,
Okay.
we build a pot of money. As long as you complete, so you'll have to complete 2 pop-up challenges a week, right? You have 24 hours to complete the pop-up. As long as you get every pop-up done, at the end, you win back a piece of the pot. Now, how much that's going to be, nobody knows, because we don't know how many people will cross the finish line. But I guess worst case, but best case, but worst case scenario, everybody crushes everything. We all walk away with what we came in with, right? Because we all get back our money because it's evenly split. But if anybody trips up, falls out of the competition, makes it fun, that's where you know what the piece of the pot you get back. And sometimes, let's see where this pot goes, but sometimes us hosts will match it and add some money to the pot just to make it exciting. Just to top it off a little bit. But we'll see where that goes. I need to see some registrations. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Any other questions?
Are we gonna survive these workouts? Because I've done a couple rounds of 80-day obsession, and I'm scared. And I see your stories, and I'm like, holy shit, what am I doing? Like,
so, okay, Veronica I'm gonna read you guys Veronica's text message to me right now. She's like,
I'm glad
"Oh,
you
great."
said that because I feel the same way.
Veronica writes to me, "Oh, great. We just started the call. You're letting us know we're going to die." So here's the thing, because you guys know, I'm going to be honest with you. This was honest. I went into day 1 and I finished it. I'm like, what the fuck was that? That was hard, right? That was hard. But I started to say, also I was coming off of doing like 30-minute body workouts, and body workouts can sometimes be too easy. Like sometimes I walk in, I'm like, it wasn't bad. And also I'm on camera. I'm being filmed. Like it's part of the program. So how do you think I'm showing up? Like, so it's like hyper, intensity because I'm filming for it. So I understood that and I got that. So the next 2 days also, not gonna lie, I was like, this is challenging. However, now rewind. We have a break from filming for this week because Autumn's hosting a retreat for 4-week up protocol. And so we were off on our own. Well, I've been doing 80. I went back to 80-day obsession. And I went back to week 1 80-day obsession. And guess what? I died just as much as I did doing healthy obsession. So what it told me was, I think, I forgot what 80-day obsession was. But I remember as I did 80-day obsession and I went through it, I got better. Like I wasn't dying like I was day 1. So that's normal. It's supposed to happen. And your body adapts to the 1 hour. When you're going for 30 minutes to 1 hour, there's gonna be, right? There's gonna be sacrifice. There's gonna be change. There's gonna be discomfort. But you adapt very fast. So here's ultimately, long answer short. If you've done 80-day obsession before, you could totally do this. I was reminded that it's of the same caliber. And at the end of the day, while I'm filming and you cannot stop because you're on camera, at home, we can hit the pause button. You know what I mean? We can, if we don't have all 10 reps, but we had a good solid 7, that's okay. So you'll be fine. We will all be fine. It's going to be fun. And you're going to be like me after Insanity Asylum on the last week, crying, just proud of yourself that you got through the entire workout and you did the damn thing. And if not, we go back for a second round. Yeah, see, Monica, like same thing. Like I can barely walk today, and that was a little obsessed legs because I was running short on time. Like even a little obsessed killed my legs. I'm like, okay, I forgot how Autumn doesn't play. 4 weeks for everybody's not the usual Autumn stuff. We know this, right? All right. Any other questions, or are we all just ready to rock on day 1? All right. So one last reminder that get your HealthBet applications in. I'll also tell you this. There's nothing more powerful than coming into this with someone in your IRL, I call it IRL, in your real life. Mm-hmm. So talk to your spouse, talk to your best friend, talk to your mom, your sister, And anybody that you get to come in on this next 30 days together, it just heightens the accountability, heightens the fun. You don't do it alone. And it could just be really something special. So that's just one more thing that I could say that, you know, that's our team. Anybody you want to bring in, we can help them get started and they can get plugged into everything that we're doing. And we still have, what is it, Wednesday? We still have 4 days left before we kick this off officially. So, while I will be a little bit MIA for the next 3 days, you've got Veronica, Jackie, Amy, Dixie that you can reach out to and they can help get you guys set up. So with that, well, if you're not on camera and you can for just a second, turn your camera on and we can take a quick boomy before we head out. Yes? You guys ready? All right, ready? 3. It's a boomy, so you can move. 3, 2, 1. Yeah! All right. Oh, this looks like I'm grabbing boobs. Love you guys. I will see you. Show up to the page. Show up every single day. That's how we get this excitement ball rolling. Let's do the damn thing. Let's get obsessed.
Thanks, Monica.
Welcome. See you on the flip side.